Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, to the next part of the show. And we're now at the Unit 6G Writing Analysis Essay about Opinion. Let's open your books to page number 66. And now let's kick off with the first exercise. That is the exercise number 1 on page number 66. Now, read the text from A to C. Then look quickly at the essay below and say which question is it answering. Okay, so we have 3 questions. Okay, so then the essay down below, right over here. Okay, I'll scroll it down for you. Okay, it's long, so we're gonna see it later. So, first 3 questions. Which of one of those does the paragraph, the essay down below is answering to? So now let's just read it and find out the answer to the question. But first, maybe let's just read the question so we may get a little idea of it. A. Religious people usually behave better than non-religious people. Do you agree? Why and why not? Okay, so B. That is A, so now let's B. We cannot make moral judgments about other cultures and eras. Each time and place has its own morality. Morality. Do you agree? Why and why not? C. Standards of morality generally improve as societies became more developed. Do you agree? Why and why not? Okay, so now let's read the essay about one of those as the topic, okay? Woohoo! Get through it. We should acknowledge from the start that throughout the human history there have been examples of both good and bad behavior. The question we need to answer is whether people's behavior has generally improved or declined as its civilization developed. My view is that people's behavior is generally better than it was in the past. Firstly, it is important to recognize that in the past, women suffered terrible injustice because they did not have the same rights as men. We should also remember the groups that were the victims of the violence and the discrimination, including the ordinary poor. Today, we at least try to value everybody in society equally. Secondly, we must remember that most people in our modern society are in favor of peace. This was not true in the past, when war was considered a noble activity. On the other hand, it is true that modern society gives opportunities for immoral behavior which did not exist in the past. For instance, cyberbullying has only exist in the past. For instance, has only become a problem in the past few years. Oh my god, this may hurt my eyes. They did not get down the lines. Societies. Okay. On the other hand, it is true that modern society gives opportunities for immoral behavior which did not exist in the past. For instance, cyberbullying has only become a problem in the past few years. What is more, a decline in religious belief among many of today's industrialized countries means that children do not grow up with a strong and moral code. All things considered, I really do think that today's society is generally more moral than societies in the past. While there are undoubtedly some problems with bad behavior, the vast majority of today's citizens try to behave well towards all their fellow men and women. Okay, so that was a very good, meaningful paragraph essay, and it is maybe it is as much as meaningful as my eyes almost broke, because you write the essay, you must get down the lines, get the lines down, okay, for splitting up into small paragraphs, and we will talk on that more on the next exercise, okay? So that is, you know, how it damages the examiner's eyes, the people who are correcting your test, if you don't get the lines down, splitting up as the small paragraph. So, oh my god, with like tons of works like that handed to the examiner to correct them, the thing that they want to tell at that time, bring them a coffin. Yeah, a coffin is ready. It must be ready. Now, we all read through it. Now we will decide what is the question to the writing it is about. So you may see that whether you can decide a topic, the main topic of the writing. What do they write about? It is often, they often mention it at the beginning of the essay, means the first paragraph, okay? So the first lines, or the first few lines, or after that. So you can read over here to define where the main topic is. Oh my god. Maybe I'll look down at my book. We should acknowledge from the start that throughout the human history, there have been examples of both good and bad behavior. The question we need to answer is whether people's behavior has generally improved or declined as civilization develops. Civilization develops. So, the question we need to answer is whether people's behavior has generally improved or declined as civilization develops. So it has similar meaning, and it only changes a little bit of words, so but it keeps on the meaning to the question C. Standards of morality generally improve as societies become more developed. Do you agree? Why and why not? So that is the question that this essay is answering about. So they are having some of the reasons and some of the evidence to prove that the writer's idea is to for the question or against the idea mentioned in the question. So the question, it is C. Standards morality generally improve as societies become more improved, develop. Do you agree? Why or not? So that is the question, folks. I'm gonna go and fix my mouth a little bit and my eyes too. We'll be right back with the next part of the show.